Yo, what's up friends, MegaDupelia, and I'm back bringing up Pokemon Omega Ruby and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle for you guys today. So today I'm against Tornadus4theWin, and this is a pretty good OU battle we had. So looking at team preview, the biggest threat to his team is definitely going to be my Mega Glade, as it 2-hit KOs the entirety of his team, which is interesting to know. I just need to weaken certain mons such as his Mew and his Rotom Wash, and I also have a Volt Turning Core coming from my Landorus and my Rotom Wash to easily get my Mega Glade inside for free. So if I can also get up my rocks, I can pressure his team a whole lot. So let's just get straight on into this battle, shall we? So I'm going to decide to lead off with my Landorus. As looking at his team, I'm expecting to lead off with his Tracheon, which looks to be a Focus Sash fucking lead Tracheon. He actually leads out with his Rotom Wash, counter leads me, so he definitely gets the better end of the matchup. So what I'm going to be forced to do is go straight for that U-turn. The chip damage on the Rotom though, however, is going to be crucial, as I do need to weaken this thing to the point where I can take it out with a close combat from my Mega Glade. But here it predicts my my U-turn and goes for Volt Switch, giving him the initiative early on, and is actually going to decide to go out into his Tracheon as opposed to going out into his Camerupt. The only reason why I got into his Tracheon is if he is in fact running the Stealth Rocks. Regardless, my best switching for his Tracheon is in fact my Landorus. It's the best thing on my team. I do have to check this track. That's exactly the play I'm going to make go into my Lando now. Just get off the Intimidate and see what he does go for. Is he does actually go for the rocks as I predicted. Regardless, there's nothing his Tracheon can really do to me, and he doesn't obviously want to die, well, get brought down to his Sash from the EQ. So he's going to go into his Rotom now just to try and dodge that EQ, which I predict and is able to go straight for that U-turn, getting off more chip damage, which is crucial like I did mention. And I'm actually going to decide to go into my Latias now, as I can force this Rotom out, and basically what I can do is go straight for that Defog, as the rocks actually do pressure my team, as I always said, the Volt Turning Core, and I don't want them rocks on my side of the field, so I'm just going to go straight for the Defog, revealing what his initial switching into my Latias is, which it does in fact reveal to me to be Mew, which can live any hit and obviously recover up the damage. So what I'm going to do is go into my Ferrothorn now, actually expecting him to go for the knockoff, but as you can see he does decide to go straight for that Will-O-Wisp, which is nice for him. However, the burn on my Ferrothorn isn't too problematic, so what I'm actually going to decide to do is just go for the Leech Seed. He actually reveals a Psyshock now, which is interesting. So it tells me that he's not running the knockoff, so he's running Psyshock, Psyshock, Will-O-Wisp, Defog, and Soft Boiled. So that's interesting to know. So I do know if I can get this Mew weakened down to the point where I can actually take it out with a Draco Meteor, I can beat it one-on-one with my Latias, or even get it to the point where a knockoff will kill. So what I'm actually going to do now is, after going for the Seeds, I'm actually decided to go for the Stealth Rocks. Expect him to switch on out into his Camerupt now, using his time to get a free switch into this thing, maybe get off a free Mega Evolution. So what I'm going to do is decide to go out to my Rotom Wash just to take Fire Blast, as he actually predicts that and pulls a double of his own. Nice play on his part, going back out into his Mew so he can freely get off a Defog, as I do obviously pressure his team a lot, and he obviously does not want them rocks on the field. So this is a good play on my opponent's part. So what I'm going to do is just go for the Volt Switch, expecting this Defog. It actually reveals Stout Speed, and I'm running a lot of speed investment in my Rotom Wash. So I do know he's running the 152 speed EVs in his Mew, which is interesting to know. So after the Volt Switch damage, I'm actually going to decide to go out into my Mega Glade. After the lefties, I'm not too sure if it's a roll or if it can actually live the knockoff coming from my Mega Glade. But regardless, even if he does know that it can live or it is a roll and he does want to risk it, and he does fire off a Will-O-Wisp and burns my Mega Glade, I do have heal early on. So this is exactly what I'm going to do. Mega Evolve now, go straight for that knockoff. Unfortunately for him, I do in fact score a crit. I'm not too sure if it matters in the long run. Not too sure if knockoff combined with a close combat would have been able to take out this Camerupt regardless. But what I'm going to do is actually decide to go for Zen Headbutt just to take out this Camerupt here now. The reason why I went for the Zen Headbutt over the CC is just because I didn't want to lower my defenses. But as you're all going to see, I'm going to switch out against this Landorus regardless, because revealing the Zen Headbutt reveals that I'm not actually packing the Ice Punch. So maybe I should have just gone for the close combat regardless, but either way it's not going to matter, as I actually go out to my Rotom. It actually goes for Earthquake, revealing is more a physical variant of a Landorus, so that's interesting to know. And I just go for the Volt Switch now, expecting him to switch, and he does. He goes out into his Rotom Wash. After the two U-turn damage, chip damage coming from the U-turn, obviously the Volt Switch damage, it will easily put into the range where my Mega Glade can easily wipe out this Rotom Wash with a close combat now. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, take out his Rotom Wash. So Mega Glade getting yet another kill. This does however give him a free switch now into his Thundurus. What I'm going to do is actually just go out into my my Ferrothorn, just as primarily as Death Fodder, just as scouts he wants to go for. It actually predicts a switch and actually reveals a knockoff, which is interesting, which I wasn't predicting. But regardless, I do actually manage to get a Iron Balls recall plus life orb recoil on this Thunderous, which will start to wear it down, which is nice because I can hopefully get this thing into the point where I can take it out with a knockoff. The following turn, it makes a little bit of a questionable play. It goes for the superpower, which is interesting, as it reveals to me that he's most likely running a Defiant variant of Thunderous and not actually running Prankster T-Wave. But I'm pretty sure T-Bolt would have killed my fair opponent at that range. Regardless, after the Iron Barbs and once again the Life Orb, I do know it's in the range where I can actually take it out with a knockoff after one more Life Orb hit. So I know I can live any hit coming from this Thunderous because Mega Glade has very good special defense stats, so I can just easily take it out now with a knockoff, getting yet another kill. In comes his Terrakion, and obviously I'm going to switch on out into my Landorus, as like I mentioned earlier, is the best thing I have to check this thing. He's just going to try and revenge kill me now. Hope to live on with his Sash and revenge kill me with a close combat. But that's not going to be the case, as like I do say, I do make the switch on into my my Landorus. So he's obviously going to be forced out again here. So what I'm going to do is actually just go straight to the U-turn. So I believe he's going to go out into his own Landorus at this point, because I'm pretty sure with the way he's actually playing this Landorus, is actually going to be in fact a Scarf variant of Landorus. So I'm just going to go straight for my U-turn on this thing and actually go back out into my Rotom Wash, which completely walls this thing. The best thing he has to hit me up with is Stone Edge, and I can retaliate back and take it out with a Hydro Pump. But expecting to go for the U-turn, I'm actually going to decide to go for a Volt Switch. Once again getting initiative, once again getting a free switch back out into my Mega Glade, as he's actually going to decide to go out into his Mew, which after the damage from the Volt Switch definitely puts into the range where a knockoff, even after the lefties, will take it out. So I'm going to get my Mega Glade inside again for free, and I can just click knockoff. It is my safest play, I have no reason not to, and he's basically has to sack a Pokemon at this point. He's going to decide to leave in his Mew as Death Fodder, as I easily take this thing out. So once again, Mega Glade putting a whole lot of work. He's going to go out into his he's actually going out to his Terrakion this time, sorry. And what I'm actually going to do is here, I wanted to potentially, no, I believe I'll go back out, no, I'll go into my Latias here, sorry. And he actually predicts that. What I wanted to do was hopefully get a Healing Wish off and try and take out his last two pokes with my Mega Glade. But that wasn't be the case, as my obvious switch was super obvious, and he predicts that and goes straight for the Stone Edge. So I just go for the Side Shock now, just put it into the range where I can easily revenge kill this thing. As he takes me out with a secondary Stone Edge, could have probably taken me out with a CC from there. But regardless, it's not going to matter. This grants me a final free switch into my Mega Glade, where I can just click knockoff and take out this Terrakion. He is down to his last now, his Scarf Landorus, which is one of the only things that does check my Glade. So what I'm actually going to decide to do is make the switch on out into my own Landorus, just to fire off the Intimidate, just to see what he locks himself into. See if I can hopefully get a kill with my the final kill, my Mega Glade, as it has taken out the entirety of his team. But no, it actually reveals the explosion, goes straight for that explosive finish, and that is going to be the game, as my Landorus does in fact survive, which is nice, and down goes his Landorus. So my Mega Glade taking out his whole team, taking out his Camel, his Terrakion, his Landorus, not his Landorus, sorry, his Tornado, Thunderous rather, Mew, and his Rotom, and his last Pokemon to go down went down to Suicide. But nonetheless, this is definitely a very fun game. I hope you guys did enjoy. I know I did. Be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.